Right, let's take a look at this then. It's a Gorenje WT881 condenser tumble dryer, which matches my WT881. A bit of a surprise, I didn't really know too much about how long Gorenjes are out for on the UK market, but this one's from 2004, or at least that's what I can make out from certain dates that are inside. Anyway, I picked this up for 50 quid off Marketplace. It's not going anywhere, it's to match the washing machine, hence why I bought it. But the only repair I had to do on it was that the capacitor was on its way out. So it was still working, but with nothing good, it just couldn't reverse. That's now been fixed, replacement capacitor put in. But one thing I will say is, build quality wise, this is impeccably well built. After 20 years of service, there was hardly any fluff build up inside, but whoever designed the cabinet and put it all together needs to be fired. This is ridiculous how the side panel was put on. It got to the point where this had to come, apart from some screws at the back and underneath, you had some screws along the top that hold the water tank in place. You had to take the water tank out, and then this had to all unclip, and there was some hidden screws that hold the whole fascia panel on. Take that dial out, and then as you're doing that, it's pulling these LEDs off. They're not actually LEDs, they're just little fairy lights actually inside. In fact, actually the bulbs ever blow, they're just fairy lights. They're pretty cool. But they clip into these bits of plastic. So actually these plastic actually go round the bulb. Bit of an odd thing, how it's been made. So as you're doing that, everything's falling off. And put it all back together. And then you're kind of looking at it going, hang on, it's screwed from the inside on that panel. How am I going to get to that screw? And it's not. So it's got a little, you lift it up, and then it comes, oh no, you push it down. Oh no. It's weird. You can't, you've got like some tags underneath, and you got to lift them under, and then it will come off eventually, and actually you'll realise that this screw isn't actually a screw, it's just a little prong thing with a screw head on, which is just, yeah. How it's been built is a bit weird. Also, the heater unit is actually built sort of inside the cabinet. There's a separate panel at the back that comes off. You can reset the thermostat, which is inside the machine. With also access to the heater, but the whole heating ducting and everything, where you normally come from the outside of the machine, is just actually built inside the machine. Which means that when you open the door, the drum looks tiny. It's not too bad. Once you then consider that the heater is actually then behind it, it does take quite a fair bit of space for the heater, probably about 3 to 4 inches. So overall, that takes it away from the overall depth of the cabinet, but it's not too bad. Right, inside here, apart from our stainless steel drum, we've got 1, 2, have we got 3 there? 1, 2, 3, 2, no, just 2 pedals. We've also got the fluff filter inside the door. We've got our ratings plates here, and I'm not too sure, but looking at it, may be reversible, the door, but I'm not guaranteeing that. Down here we've got our condenser. You just pull it out, and then you can wash it. The only other company that does that is White Knight in the UK. Crossley. They've now obviously gone. No, you can't reverse the door, I've just realised, because the door pin that activates the machine is actually offset. Right, so we've got our timings here for a 5 kilo max load of cotton. If you want it damp, as in, ready to iron, moist, it'll take about 110 minutes, and then 130 if you actually want it dry. And this is at 1000 RPM, but we've also got 12 to 1500 RPM, and it looks like it takes off around 10 to 20 minutes, which is quite good. Synthetics also quite odd how they've also got 500 to 700, bit of an odd one, as well as 800 to 1000, which takes up to a half load at low heat. Not too bad actually, 45 to 55 minutes. This has a 1800 watt heater, I believe, which is a little lower on low side. That's probably why it takes a little bit longer, but it will run at slightly lower temperature too. Bit of a giveaway on this. So top there's our pilot light to say it's on. Middle light there to say when the tank is full. And then it starts saying high and low heat, which, to be fair, is good, both good and bad. This actually says 40 degrees when the button is pushed in and 60 degrees when the button is out. But because you've got the high and low drying symbols on the water tank, it would have been actually better instead, I think, to put the high and low symbols corresponding with the button. Just a bit, or at least put it like underneath the 40 and 60. Timer, max of 130 minutes, including 10 minutes cooldown. As soon as I turn the timer, it's going to turn on. 10-minute steps. Now I've got cooling there. We become off. Right, load up. So we've got a half load of cottons, pre-spun at 1000. So once it dry, of course. And according to this, it's going to take... Right, so we just loaded up with a half load of cottons, 2.5 kilo roughly. Spun at 1000 RPM, so we want these timings here. 2.5 kilo, we want it dry, it's saying 60 to 80 minutes. At high heat. We're on high heat. Our machine also has reverse tumbling as well. Yeah, into your full filter. See how dry they are. And they are fully dry. Pretty good. And our tank ready to be emptied. Actually, what's quite unique with this tank as well, look at this. So this stays closed until you get to the sink, and then you push that down and then you can empty the water. The neat thing is, what actually happens is, you see this design? As you push this back into the back of the machine, this then opens up. Oh, and just to also add, just to the build quality, the feet are both adjustable and they are so wide and made of rubber, they grip so well that if you were to put this on any machine, it would never move. Because it grips on the floor and it grips on top of machines very well. So what to get this out of 10 then? Well, it's a little bit on the slower side for a condenser type machine, but it is incredibly well built. It still is today, which, and also by lots of things, hasn't had any repairs in 20 years. So that's pretty good. Physically wise, it's also physically well built. And everything seems to be fine on it. Everything's very good. Just like I said, on the bit of the slow side. So it's going to get 8.5 out of 10. Because, for them reasons. Just on the slow side, but they were well built. Quite reliable. And that's it, really. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'll see you in another video. So, bye for now.